Every time I hear you say hello, all I see is yellow, like daisies in the meadow. And I just thought you should know.
So, because we have a couple other topics to talk about too, and family is just one of the many topics that I have on my mind. So, Red, was there ever a time when you distrusted family or you were burned by them?
Definitely. This instance wasn't directly a personal experience, but something similar did happen to me. There's a cousin I have who, as a child, was molested by one of my uncles, and she wound up writing a letter to my grandmother to let her know what was happening. My grandmother read the letter, balled it up, threw it away. That was the first. And when I heard this story, I was shocked. For a while, I felt like my family, we were so close, we had this great bond. And for everyone to dismiss this issue, well, as she got older, she's in her 30s now, they still don't believe her. They still, they treat her like she's crazy, and they shun her away. My family likes to put on this facade that we're the Brady Bunch, and we're the behind-the-scenes Brady Bunch.
But don't all families do that, though?
They do. They do.
We try to put a spin on, especially black families. We have this tendency to be so. What's the word I'm looking for? We try to be so like. We're perfect and nothing's wrong with us. But bitch, you doing shit like that, like. That makes me wonder, really, do you even give a damn about it? Because
what else do you do?
What do you do when it's your own family who does this shit to you? Like, what do you do at that point when your own family tells you you're crazy and your own family doesn't really believe you? Like, what do you do at that very moment, at that point?
See, for me, that's when I learned that it's not about blood. My family looks at it as if you ignore the problem, it's not there. And a real family doesn't do that. My cousin, all she ever wanted was an apology. To this day, that's all she wants. And, something similar happened to me of that sort, and I kept it in because I knew what happened to her and how they reacted. And, in a spot of anger, it came out. I let it be known. And although my family didn't acknowledge it, they dismissed it. They said I was lying about whoever. The person who this happened with did apologize to me, and I realized that that's all my cousin needed. But for me, when that happened to her, when it happened to me, and my family did nothing about it, it sure is. Thank you. When they did nothing about it, that's what I knew. Yeah.
That's how we do it on my show.
That's
yes, I'm advertising.
I needed to really define what family meant for me, and. I ventured out to the world, and I felt like fate led me to the people who really are my family, who are there for me, who talk to me, who listen, who are concerned, and who don't brush me away. Family doesn't do that. No matter how deep or hurtful the issue is, they're there for you. They help support it. They do it.
Okay. So, now, when it comes to black gay families or families that we choose, have you ever felt disowned? Right. And I can answer that question for you. I can answer that. Like, there was a time where I felt like my chosen family, it's not any of you guys, but I felt like they didn't really support me. You can call somebody family and they're not really family. And for me, it was really hard because at first, when you get into the mode of how these people really care about me,
it's kind of hard for you to view them any other way until they actually do something to you. And it hurts because it's like, damn, I don't even go through this shit with my real family, let alone a family that I've chosen. So, I have been betrayed by family before, both biological and chosen, and it's made me really picky about who I say is my family, because I feel like I should be able to come to you with anything. I shouldn't be afraid to ask you for this. Like, for instance, I was so mad with my, I don't like to say gay father, but my godfather at one time, because I felt like when I was really going through some stuff, he wasn't really, like, when I was homeless, I'm sorry, but if I'm a gay father, and if my child tells me I don't have a place to stay, it shouldn't be a question. I should be like, okay, I need you to come stay with me. It wouldn't even be a question. But when I was going through it, he was letting all his other kids stay with him. And they would stay for like a week or whatever. But when I really needed the help, it was like he was so stagnated with time. He always say, well, I'll get back to you on that, I'll get back to you on that. Like, when I got out of the hospital, this is why I love Tiana so much. Because when my dad, when I was being kicked out where I was staying, because they were just tired of people staying at their place, I was like, Dad, I need a place to go. I have nowhere to go. I just got out of the hospital, and I'm still not feeling that well. It was like, I'll call you back, and I'll call you back, and I felt I was chasing him. And I shouldn't feel like, if you want to call yourself being my father, I shouldn't have to feel like I have to chase you for your attention. When I told Tiana what was going on, she was like, she's like, come on. I mean, I felt like my father, out of all people, my gay father or my godfather, should have been the one who helped me through the process. And I felt really cheated out of that. And it bothered me. It kind of made me distance myself from him and from the church that he pastors. It kind of really made me distance myself. And then I felt like I was an emotional punching bag for him, because it's like when he was dad, but when he was pastor, he was like this totally different person. Like, he was anal retentive, he was bossy, he was very just over the top. And I left the church because of that. And so I have been hurt by chosen family. So, what about you guys? Like, talk to me.
Oh, you mean the chosen family? The chosen family?
Yeah, chosen family.
To me, I just think it's kind of funny how you can meet somebody and have a week later and get out of something. I love that. Or,
but let me ask you this then. So when these people say you're my gay brother, you're my gay sister, do we not say, well, wait a minute, do we just accept it, or do we just say
9 times out of 10 we just accept it?
Right. But like, when are we gonna say sorry? When do we say, okay, you know what? Why do you want to meet my brother? You know what I'm saying?
And it needs to be something like this. We need to step up and say, what is the reason? I mean, we're clicking, we're getting along, but it's benefit.
Right.
But we need to have, more